What's happening, y'all? This is Big Cat Outdoors, and I just got back from Lowe's. I posted a video, I don't know, a couple days ago, whatever, me fishing my kayak. I really wasn't prepared for it. All I had was a head mount or a chest mount, and I really want something to where y'all can see me and see the water and where I'm casting and stuff like that. So I've been on YouTube trying to research how to make like a GoPro mount and everything without spending a bunch of money. And so I went to Lowe's and I got me a little PVC cutter. I bought some caps. All I pretty much did was bought some caps, 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and 90-degree turn. We're about to measure it up, and I've got my kayak out here today, and we're going to measure it up and see what I have to do to get it all right. We're about to figure this out. So I'm taking a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. Got the kayak out here, and I just want to see how much space is in this thing. So about right there. I'm definitely gonna, what I'm gonna do, see how it's loose like that? I'm gonna take duct tape and make it a tighter fit is what I'm gonna do. And obviously I want it cut. I think I'm gonna cut it about right here. Like that. I think that'd be way too long. If I try to do something like that, it's way behind me. I don't think I'd be able to grab it and stuff like that. But I feel like if I cut it right about here, and I'm even thinking about extending it. I got that 90-degree turn. I can turn it out and extend pipe this way to get a little better view. I haven't really figured out all the kinks and stuff yet. Still trying to work on it. But let's. Like I said, I know nothing. I'm literally extremely new to this. I have no clue what I'm doing. And so I'm figuring this out by literally me trying this. So it's just one of those things. I'll figure it out the more I use stuff. Well, that thing's pretty sweet. I'm definitely glad I bought that. That is pretty crazy. Wow, that thing comes in handy. That was the most expensive piece I bought. So I cut it at my mark, as you can see. Cut it where I marked it, and let's look at it. Looks pretty good on the kayak. And I will glue all this stuff in once I'm done. Put that turn in. Now that seemed like a little bit too much weight on it on the kayak. It kind of wanted to swivel. I'll show you. Hold on, so you kind of get a feel. Sorry. So what I did, I cut it, and then the piece I cut off, I put that turn in there, and then this is the piece I cut off and put in there. And this would look great. I want it from this angle. So from the back, I'd be sitting my kayak right there, and then I could have the GoPro, and you could see everything in front of me. Sassy's playing with her ball. But as you can see, it's not snug in there, so it's twisting. And so I might cut this down even farther so it's not as, because that's a little sass. And so I might cut this down to like there, because that's kind of way out there. So I might cut it, maybe help out with the weight. But I'm gonna buy some duct tape and wrap around there to help that out. But we'll see. It's a process.
Look good, so I can't close my left-hand fist.
All right, so I'm back, and I went to Walmart, or not Walmart, I went to Dodger right down the road and got some duct tape. And I'm about to tape up that pole on the kayak that was too wobbly. I didn't want to go, it's 3/4 inch PVC pipe. I didn't want to go any thicker, and so it's a little bit too loose for my liking. Listen to all the bass fans. Obviously, if you're probably watching this, you're either a bass fisherman or a hunter or just a fisherman in general. My favorite podcast, listen to a little Bass Talk Live. Really good podcast, keeps up with all the professional fishing stuff and tournament trails and stuff. And I grew up tournament fishing. I'm from my home lake's Lake Chickamauga. Fished my first tournament at 9 years old, so huge fan of tournament fishing. I fish tournaments every summer. Won a little pot tournament last summer on Chickamauga, and I try to do it every year. It's not duck season. I like fishing or turkey hunting, so I would say deer hunting's probably in third place, and bass fishing and duck hunting's top two. So like I said, I know nothing. This is literally the first time I've ever messed with PVC pipe and kayak mounts and everything, but we're gonna try to get this going. And I am not a handyman by any means.
Metal from the steel belt break off into my hand, so then I had to dig them out later. So I had to have someone open the door for me because I was bleeding out of my knuckle on one hand, and I had chunks of steel wire in my other hand.
I'm sure the cowboys were just laughing at you. Do you have a cowboy hat? No?
No. How'd the bowling go? I had a big event in Shawnee yesterday.
Yeah. We'll get into that here in a minute. I want to let everybody know, good show today. We're going to have the Cajun Baby on, Cliff Crochet. And we planned, obviously, the show weeks in advance, but I had no idea that tonight was going to be the national championship.
Yeah, I really didn't do around it. Obviously, I had a bet with the Cajun Baby, some stakes over the Oklahoma LSU game.
Oh, I see, that's where the top of it comes out of that rod holder. I just wanted to know that. Whew, I might have it a little too stiff. Hold on, let me show this to you. So you can see there's the rod holder. It's a snug fit, but this sun gun ain't gonna go nowhere. I promise you that. Let's look at this. See how tight that is? But look. Promise you that won't go nowhere though. Thing ain't gonna go nowhere. Promise you. Bet you that don't go nowhere. So, the total view, that's in there really snug. I mean, I can't even twist it. I mean, you ain't gonna just pop that out. And then I've got the turn in it. And then I've got here. And then I'm gonna attach the mount right off there. And now you're gonna be able to see me, what I'm doing in the whole kayak. And we get a lot better view for fishing. So, turned out pretty good, but I still got work to do. How y'all doing? This is next day from when I was, or actually it might be 2 days later from when I first started working on this DIY project trying to make a kayak mount for my GoPro. And I had to stop it and do it because I don't own a drill. So I had to ask my girlfriend's dad to bring me a drill. So he just brought me a drill, and I told him I needed a 1/4-inch bit, which is what you need. And then I went to Lowe's and bought a just a 1/4-inch screw. And I would show it to you, but it's already in there. But it's a 1/4-inch screw. Went in there, and this one, it's actually a little longer than what it needs to be. It could be a little bit shorter, but just a 1/4-inch screw, and then 1/4-20 hex nuts. So you can see that package or whatever. And then, so I drilled the hole in through the top, and put the 1/4-inch screw in there, and put the hex nut in. And I took pliers. I don't know what I did with my daggum. Oh, there they are. I took my pliers, tightened it up really super tight, as tight as I could. And then as you can see now, I mean, it's pretty easy. Now it just screws in like that, and that's going to go in the PVC pipe. I can just pop my GoPro in right there, and bada bing, bada boom, I've got a fishing mount for my kayak now. It's pretty good. Sorry if the GoPro's wobbling. But yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm about to actually put some marine sealant in here into the cap. This stuff's amazing. I actually used this to seal my duck waders this past fall. I got terrible issues with my waders leaking and stuff, and this stuff is 3M marine adhesive sealant, fast cure 5200. This stuff is the bomb. Sealed my waders, didn't have a leak, and I'm gonna put it on the inside of the cap and seal it off. And use gloves, because that stuff's waterproof and it will not come off. And once you pour it in there, you need to let it sit for 24 hours to make sure it adheres to whatever you're putting it on. But if you get it on your clothes or stuff, it will not come off. It is marine sealant. That's how I got to. It's the best stuff to ever seal waders, or if you're going to be at water like I'm using this kayaking, obviously, this stuff will not come off. This stuff's so freaking good, I had to cut a hole in the side because it dried all up in here. Couldn't even use it. That's how good that stuff is. So I had to cut a hole in the side of it. Oh, you bastard. Got it in there now. Now I need to let that dry for 24 hours. See y'all tomorrow. Well, finally got the project finished and everything. I'm gonna show you the overview of it. So, 3/4 inch PVC pipe. Bought it at Lowe's. I got everything from Lowe's. And then just, there's a cap. You don't have to use the cap, but I did. And then there's the duct tape y'all saw me wrap it on. And come up. 90-degree turn. This is the piece I actually cut from the top of this when I marked it. Come off like that. And then I actually had to go back to Lowe's and buy another 90-degree turn. And then and use this, cut a little small piece off of it, off another piece of PVC pipe. I bought a little shorter one, and then I just cut this shorter piece off to extend it out like that. And then this is the cap I showed you where I put the glue in and everything. There's the screw, the 1/4 inch screw, the hex nut to lock it in, and then there's my GoPro tripod mount. The screw's right up in there. It's freaking awesome, and I love it. Works really well on the kayak, and hopefully I can get some cool shots fishing with it.